Hello, Philip. I have to say thank you for responding. Thank you, if that's correct, I guess, for agreeing or rather for recognizing some of the things that I said. I have to say that does make it easier to converse about these things. Because of the problems that you mentioned, when government imposes will on people, that is why I think it's very important to have a secular and democratic society where what is socially acceptable is based on consensus of the citizens, not by the government. It would be a society that truly is by and for the people. Um, you're kind of inferring that morality comes from the Bible or from these ideologies, and that without them, people might not know exactly how to live correctly in these governments and these situations. But the idea that morality comes from religion is really just not true. Morality is socially accepted behavior. It is what is conducive to living a fulfilled and peaceful life with everyone around you. It's how we get along with each other. Um, just just look at all the morals that you find in the Bible, or the Quran, or any religious book, that modern theists don't even agree with. The homophobia and violence in Christian in the Bible, many Christians don't agree with. The fact that they don't agree with them, that is social morality. That is an example of their own morals superseding the ones that have been handed to them by their religion. Um, if we truly got our morals and our ideologies, if we truly got our morals from ideologies and from religions, we would just follow them blindly because we would not know that they were wrong. We wouldn't know that homophobia or that being violent towards people that are different from you is wrong. So that is what every theist would follow exactly what they found in the Bible if we didn't have our own source for morals. Um, I have a problem with the statement of just take the good in the situation because simply good is a relative term. Something that's good to one person isn't necessarily good to another person. So, so what you take from the Bible and consider good is entirely different from what a fundamentalist or an evangelical Christian might consider good and might take from the Bible. And you interpret it two different ways, as you said. So there's really two different outcomes, many more than one outcome to the idea of just taking the good. Good is different for everyone. Um, and also, if all we had were choices where the bad was equal on both sides and it was just a matter of how much good there was on the side, then yes, obviously I would choose the one that has more good. But I really don't see that being secular has the amount of negative consequences that being theistic has, as far as societies and individuals go. Um, I agree with what you say about religion being man's work, and that's the problem I have with religion. That's why I truthfully am really more interested in the harm religion causes than whether or not the basis of any particular religion is true, whether or not there is a creator. I'm more interested in the harm that religion can cause. Uh, Now, here's where your idea of just taking the good comes in. If we could just take the good parts of these religions and we could get rid of the negative parts that believing in something that's unprovable can cause, then we would have a good base of ideas for people that need that base to work with, and it would be much better than attributing everything to something that cannot be proven. Um, One thing though is the Bible is man too. Even if it is God's word, it was written by man. That means from the very beginning it was open to interpretation by man. Therefore, that by your explanation, that interpretation cannot be right from the very beginning. So, what is the sense? What is the sense of following that if there is no way that you're going to do it right? How do you know which way is the right way if there's no way to possibly interpret it correctly? Um, Now, I should explain. By God, I mean intelligent creator. I don't whether he stuck around and watches the universe or not doesn't really matter. It's God is someone who created the universe with intent. And I look at it like this. I see that there is no possible way to know one way or the other whether there is or is not a God. There's just no way to know. Um, and if there is a God, there's no way to know which God is right, whether it's the Christian God, the Islamic God, the Hindu God, or any number. There's no way to know which one is correct. So the fact that all these religions have different views on what is looked upon favorably by their God, um, different ways that you can get into a positive afterlife, a heaven instead of a hell, even if one of the existing religions is right, which the chances are very much against that. Again, how can we know for sure? And if so, which God is it? But even if one of them were right, then which God is it that's right? Uh, how do we know that following Christianity will get you into heaven? If there is a creator, it's always possible that he would be more impressed or pleased with us thinking critically for ourselves rather than accepting faith. To think that we know what is there beyond our senses is absurd. To think that if there was a God that we know what that God would want from us is absurd. To say that God in no way exists, or to say that God definitely exists, they're both absurd. Well, I thank you. I'm enjoying this. A conversation between a theist and an atheist can be very civil and enlightening, and it's nice that if you just try, we really can do it. By the way, Philip, I am Kyle. It's nice to meet you, and hopefully we can continue doing this. Thank you.